Hi guys, welcome to Bootstrap full tutorials. In the last class, we started a full series of Bootstrap tutorials where we set up a simple HTML project and we linked Bootstrap from here. First of all, we downloaded Bootstrap, hosted on our system. Then we'll link the bootstrap.css, which is part of the file inside the CSS folder in Bootstrap, and we see that Bootstrap is a predefined classes, CSS classes, which has already been written for us, just for us to call the class. So we started this training and we linked this. It's not good to edit this class directly from here, but I'll show you how to customize the class as we continue in this series by creating our own external CSS file and link it to the HTML file, then we can manipulate the Bootstrap class to our choice. Alright, in the last class we set up this and we test the Bootstrap to be sure that the Bootstrap is well linked to our project, and we were able to see that the Bootstrap is well linked where we got this. In today's training, we're going to cover the following: text alignment using Bootstrap, text transform, then text size, text decoration, spacing, colors, background colors, and link colors. If you have not subscribed to my channel, do so you'll be notified when I load new videos in my channel. Alright, text alignment in Bootstrap allows us to align our text either left, center, or right. For you to align text in normal CSS, you need to write the class and use the properties text align to align the element in questions any way you want it to be, either left, center, or right. But in Bootstrap, just a line of code can help us to achieve that. Bootstrap help us to develop our application fast because it has already been written for us. All right. So in text alignment, we have text center. First of all, we have text center. We have text text start, and we have text end. This will allow us to work to position our text anywhere we want to position our text. For example, I'm going to use all this and we'll see how it's going to work in a project. If I have a paragraph tag with a class of text center, I'll press on tab to complete this for me. The short way of writing this is I just the p dot text, then the class name. I can say text, and then I'll press on tab on my keyboard. Then it's going to complete it for me. So I have text center. Text center. This will center the text in question of this paragraph tab at the center. Text center. Then we have this center text right, center text right. Then remaining one, I'll have another paragraph tag with text start. All right. So this would center text at the start. This is a default one, text start. All text will be centered at the start as a default behavior of HTML element. Okay, I'm going to remove this because it's not necessary for now. All right, if we check this out on our browser, if I refresh this, right, you're going to see that the first text center is being centered, is now on the center. The one which is at the right, text right, we have a centered text at the right side, then we have the one at the start. So this is how this works with Bootstrap. It helps you to position your text anywhere you want to position it. All right. So as well, we can also center text depending on the viewport, as in the device that is viewing a web page. We can achieve this if we have, let's say we have head one here. We can have the class of text sm then center, right? This is going to center this text is going to center this text once the viewport is a small device. Okay, center text in SM viewport. All right. So if we check this out on the browser, right? Initially, we give is going to from small device this is going to be right. If we minimize this, we're going to see that the text is still going to be at the text will be at the center in small device, right? Okay, the same way we can also center a text. Permit me to copy this. I'll just paste it. We can also align this text in medium device, right? And I'm going to talk about this um, devices and viewport as we continue in this series. So this will center this text in a small viewport at, at start, right? From small viewport upward, is going to center it at the very start. I'm going to do that. So if I do this, this is this, right? Okay. Rather, let me say end. All right, so we're going to say this. Okay, if I start normally on small viewport, that's SM viewport, is going to center it as normal, the default behavior. But once your device hit to medium device, it's going to center it at the end, which is why we have this right way. This is why we have this, right? But if you go back to small device, it's going to take its normal position. I'm going to talk about viewport and device and screen sizes as we continue in this series. All right, as well, we can also, if I also have another paragraph, then we uh, text with a class of text LG, right? At this point, I wanted to center the text at the center, right? Center. This is going to center text in large device at the center. Center text in large device. All right. So if we have a look at this, if I refresh this, we're going to see initially it's going to be at where did we put it? Okay, we made a mistake somewhere here. All right. So at at the large device, which is this laptop screen, is going to center the text, right? But if we hit on other devices, it's going to be at the start, right? This is how you can also center text in depending on the screen, the screen size. All right. Next thing we're going to look at in this class is text transform. You can as well transform text to either uppercase, lowercase, or at the normal size. So to do so, if we have head 3, right, then with a text of we want the head 3. By default, every text in HTML is always in the lowercase unless you specify the, the text transform you want, whether uppercase or capitalized. So let's make it a class of text uppercase. So you use the class uppercase text either uppercase if you want a uppercase um, text, or you use capitalize, or you use lowercase. So if I say uppercase, this is a class of text uppercase, right? Then I can as well have another one, a 3, which will give me a class of text capitalize. A text capitalize, this is okay. Let me start everything with lowercase. This is capital as well. Okay, another remaining one, which is the default one. Permit me to copy this. I'll just going to copy this straight away. Then I want to paste it here. So instead of capitalize, I'm going to have lowercase as well. This is lowercase. I'll just call it lowercase as well. So if we check our browser straight away now, you're going to see this is uppercase. Uppercase. We made a mistake with the uppercase. Remember to keep an hyphen up. So this will give us uppercase. This will give us capitalized, and this is lowercase all throughout. If I was using capitalized here, let me say this is lowercase, right? So it's going to make it lower cases for me while I use capital letters. All right, this is how you can transform text to whatsoever you want to do in Bootstrap. Next thing we're going to look at straight away is font sizes. As we have different font sizes in HTML, which are head 1 to 6, we also have same in Bootstrap, right? If I have a paragraph now, I can just say head 1. Let me just say heading, heading 1, heading 1. I want to have everything lowercase, heading 1, right way. So I'm just going to put the class. Oops, that's supposed to be small letters. I'm going to have a class of um, font size, which you call the class as fs dash, the number you want. In this case, 1. So you have fs 1 to 6, right? So the 1 is the pk's of them all. Then you can specify others. So you can have something like this. If I copy this and paste as well, and I have this to be 2 straight away, while I have this to be 3, that's supposed to be 3, right away, this 2, all right. If I still have 4, right, 4, right away, so on till 6, we're going to have from the biggest to the smallest uh, font sizes using Bootstrap straight away. All right. So we have this. If I check this out, you're going to say this. Let me keep some break from here. I can have like 2 breaks straight away. So you're going to see from head 1. Okay, I'll just grab all this. So I change them one. I use Control D to get all of them. So I've just made the correction. So I have from heading 1, 2, and 3 to 6. This is how you can work with font sizes and as well do anything you want to do with it. All right. So next thing we're going to talk about is font width as well. So from the font sizes, you can have font width and work with them anyhow you want the font to be for you. So in this case, like I can still specify some width of my font. Okay, let me just add that font width. All right, let's quickly talk about that. If I have a paragraph and say bold, bold the text, then I want this text to be bold. I can use a class in Bootstrap, which is font width with FW dash. Then you have so many options. You have bold, bolder, light, lighter, normal, and semi bold, and so on. So if I do dash bold, like so, I'm going to have this. If I still grab this text, I'll copy this and paste it again and use bolder. Okay, bolder text, I want to call it, right? Then, and so on. If you check this, you're going to see those texts. This is going to be bold and this is bolder text, right? I don't really know the the big difference between this bold and bolder and also so on. So maybe you can check out later. So you can still have more, like you have normal. Normal is going to make the text normal, no bold. Then you still have light, lighter, italic, is light. Then you still have lighter, have this, lighter. Then you still have like italic. Then as well as you still have semi-bold. So you can still have semi-bold. Semi-bold. Okay, so I'm going to call this italic, italic text, while I call this semi-bold text, and that's light text, light, while I call this lighter text, lighter text. Okay, I call this normal text, normal. All right. So with this, we can see what we have on the screen. So down here, I just refresh my page. So you can see all of them. This is semi-bold, this is italic, and this is lighter text, this is light, and this is normal text as well as bolder text and bold text. This is what we have here, and the page is looking somehow and somehow. Really, I'm going to remove all this so we can continue. So on our the next thing we're going to do is text decoration. But before I do that, I'm going to remove all this so that the page is going to look somehow good from here. I just remove all these things here. So text decoration, we're going to look at text decoration. How can we decorate text in using Bootstrap? Right. If I have a paragraph tag, then the class you can call here can be of text decoration on the line. We have text, we have a class name of text decoration on the line. We also have this should be, I'll just grab this and paste it inside here to form the text decoration on the line, and as well as I'll just copy the entire of this to paste so I can a little bit faster. Then another class you can call this text decoration underline. Another class you can call is text decoration line through. So you see one here. I can as well paste this one. Text decoration none. Text decoration none always work with link. Normally, if you have a link like so, this is a link. This is a link. All right. So if we check this on the browser straight away, I'll just refresh. You see by default, link always have underline, which is a text decoration. And this is text decoration underline. This is text decoration line through. And this is normal link. To remove this with Bootstrap, you're going to give this a class of text decoration text decoration, then none. You can say text decoration none. By doing so, this is going to remove the text decoration. This is all about the text decoration. Next thing we're going to look at is spacing. Spacing is very, very important when it comes to decorating your page, your web development journey. So we have different text decoration. We have M stand for margin. We use the M class to set margin. So M class is used to set margin. Okay. So like in Bootstrap, you're going to call margin, right? M class is to set margin, while the P class is to set the padding. P class is used to set padding in your web page, right? Okay, so the anytime you need a margin, you're going to call the M class. All right. Now the T class, we can look at the T class. The T class is used to set the either margin top, margin top, dash top, or padding top, padding top. You're just going to know this. Anytime you call T, you use it to set margin top or padding top, depending on what you want to do. I'm going to show you example how you can use it. Then the B is used for bottom, either margin or padding bottom, right? Margin bottom, as bottom, or padding bottom, or padding bottom. All right, these are what we have. Then this is exactly what we have to set this. Then the S is used to set either the start of the padding or sorry, S is used to set the margin, the start, stand for start of either margin or bottom. So the L stand for the start, used to set the margin either left of the margin or padding. Left margin or padding. So you use the S to identify for the left margin or padding. These are what you need to know. Then the E is used for the right margin or padding. As well as we have the X. The X is used for all X. The X is used for all left, left, and right. left and right of margin or padding. Same thing with y. Y is used for all top and bottom of margin, or padding. Okay. So these are all what you need to know before we go into this in details. So definitely we're going to do this. And we have numbers of each of them ranging from 0 to 5 and bottom. So we have some numbers. We have numbers from 0 to 5 and bottom. So let's put it in practice and see how it goes. So if I have, let's say, heading 1, if I have head 1 or a paragraph tag, right, with a background color, I'm going to talk about background color in a minute, with a background color of um, primary right away. Then I have heading. I'll just name it heading, right? I want to do away with this so you can see very well. Okay, so if we check this on the browser straight away, you're going to see how this. Let me comment out this so it's not going to show on a page, right? Okay, I'll just give a general comment out. So if you check, you're going to say this. Now I can apply all the classes, like I can say text center. As in a class, you can pass as many class as possible by separating them with a space, single space. Text center, right way to have this on the center, right? And I can as well want to have a, yeah, I can as well want to make it big, so I can have font size of 1. So it's going to be big right away. You can see I use this. Okay, I'm going to show you how to use this spacing now. Say I need a padding, right? A padding top and bottom, left and right. I'm going to call the P. Remember, the P is used to set padding in our web page. If I say P, we have P dash, the number of padding we want. We have padding from 0 to 5, as you can see them here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Depending, and we also have on screen viewport as well. So I need padding of, let me use 5, the highest of them all. So you're going to see it's going to give me a padding of uh, left, right, top, and bottom. So I have this. If I reduce the number to 4, you're going to see that it reduces in size. If I reduce it more to 1, it's going to reduce in size. So 1 is like from here to here, that's like 4 pixels in pixels. Then if you use like up to 4, this is going to be like 16 pixels. So you can specify the number you want from 0. The number ranges from 0 to 5, right? So you pick within the range. Okay, 3 is going to give us this. So this is typically how you can work with this. Okay, how about let me have another paragraph tag. Or yeah, if I have a paragraph tag, say this as a text right away. If I check this without this, you can see that the text is almost at the start of my screen. I need some margin there, so I can give it a class. I'm going to show you margin now. So I can call margin, which is M for setting margin, right? So margin left this time. So ms, we established that S is used to set margin for the left hand side. So we're going to use ms dash the number we want. If we need like three, we're going to add three. Then if I refresh, it's going to give me some margin from here to there, right? I can make it five, right? Depending on what I want, it's going to give me. If I need margin top, I can use empty as well. I can combine both margins left, margin top, and margin bottom in one. I can do empty dash five, which will give me um, margin top. So if I refresh this my text is going to come down straight away. That is how you can use margin and padding, right? If I just specify just margin like this m dash 5, it's going to apply margin top, bottom, left, and right for me. So it's going to still give me this, right? But if you need a specific side, you can just call either top or bottom or left. More examples are coming on the way, right? And I'm going to bring up a project with this so you understand better using this. Okay, another example is using setting margin for both left and right or top and bottom the same time. So if I still have another, let me have a div with a class of with a class of um, let me say a class of what I need a div with a class of text center. Text center, remember, it's going to center the text. There's a title. All right, then I need this. If we check it first, this is the text. Then I need to give some background color. So you're going to see well. So I'll use bg dash, use one, use danger right away. So we'll have something like this. Then if I need some padding only on top and bottom, I'm going to call, I can use py dash then 5, right? Okay, so this is going to give me the padding. I think padding is better. Margin is not going to show well. So this is how this going to work. It's going to apply the padding to top and bottom. All right, this is about padding. Okay, next I want us to look at, I want to remove this. I want us to look at here is the colors, right? Bootstrap gave us the ability to have some colors. So the classes of Bootstrap colors, I'm just going to bring them out. We have a class of text warning. The warning is somehow, I don't know whether it's yellow or something like that. So I can call it class text warning. This is for text warning. Then permit me to just copy this. I want to paste it many times. So we have text warning, we have text info, I don't know the color. So I don't know how to call the color. So we have text light as well. Text light is going to be white. I'm going to call that white. You're not going to say this, right? White, right? Then I have text dark, okay, is somehow dark, right? Maybe I should say somehow dark. Then I have text method that is somehow, I don't know, method. I don't really know how to call these colors. So you're just going to say how it will be. So text method, then I still have some other colors like text white, text black, right away. So you can specify like 50 and so on and so forth. So if I run this project, now straight away, you're going to see those text. This is this is text yellow, info, white. That I'm not saying text danger. Okay, I've not added danger. Okay, I have two methods. Let me call this danger, text danger. Somehow red, like that. If you check, you're going to see it. Then I have text warning as well. Let me still have this. Oh, this is uh, should I call it like um somehow dark, somehow dark, I think, right way. Okay, somehow dark. So let me still have more colors you can add to text, right? Okay, this can be primary, primary text. I can still have warning info primary, have secondary, secondary as well. So you can see them how they look, right way primary, secondary, warning. So these are the texts that we have text color. You can just call them very fast in your project, then you get it done. Okay, next going to look at is background colors. As well, we can work with background colors. So the couple of background colors we have is similar to what we have in text colors. So I can just have a div with a background color. To call the background color, you're going to call a class of BG. BG stands for background, then the color you want. So the color are primary color. This is primary class. Will give you this. Let me just copy this and paste multiple times. But before then, let's check it on the browser. You see it's true. How I want to put some padding to it, so it's going to be big. So I can put P array, so we have something good like this. Okay, I'm going to copy as it is now. Then I'm going to just duplicate it 20 times so I can enter all the colors. So I can have secondary color here, secondary straight away as well. I can as well have success. Okay, success is part of the color. Can have danger. All these colors you have in background, you can also have them in the text color in case I forget any one of them. Then you can have warning as well. Then you can have info as well, info class. Then you can have light as well. You can also have a dark class, right? You can call it dark as well. So those are the one we can talk about for now. So if we check all of them, you're going to see secondary is like we misspelling secondary color, right? Okay, we started this with catalog. Okay, that is all the background colors that we have for now. You can just call any one of them and make use of them in your projects, and that is going to go fine. Next thing I'm going to talk about is the link colors. Okay, as well, we have so many link colors. So if we have an anchor tag, we can have a class of link primary, link primary, primary node. This is an icon. You're going to put this icon here for it to work. So I can call it primary link. I'll just want to copy this straight away paste it a couple of times, right? So I'll just change each and every one of them. So I can have the same way you have this, we can have secondary color, we can have warning, warning, link warning, we can have link danger, we can as well have link info, as well as have, we can also have link light, and we can have dark link. As the last, let me just copy this. I want to copy this and paste here. So dark as well. All right, these are what we have in Bootstrap. So if we check them down, you're going to see all of them down here. So all of them are down here, and you can see them very well. I think I should just put some breaks here so you're going to see well. All right, and also some breaks here so you're going to see well. All right, if you look down now, you can see primary link, secondary link, warning, and so on. So this is where we'll stop today's video. Then in our next video, we'll continue from where we stop. If you have not subscribed to my channel, do so, comment, and like, so you get notification each and every time I upload new videos. See you in the next video.